So I work for Metrobank, so we're the newest of the high street banks in the UK. We got our banking license around about 8 years ago, and basically built upon and replicating a model from the US, from Commerzbank. We are an organisation that offers kind of full banking services to retail, business and commercial customers. We've got around about 1.2, 1.3 million accounts. And basically as an organisation, we've always believed in the power of physical distribution of banking services, but more latterly we're starting to pivot towards a more digital centric approach. So as an organisation, we were becoming very successful. We were opening loads of branches, or stores as we call them. We were gathering significant amounts of customers. We were becoming very profitable. But what we were seeing was a change in the marketplace. So consumers' expectations were changing. I think what they were seeing in their kind of personal lives through things like Netflix, Facebook, Google, etc., etc. People were expecting that in their financial services engagements. So we kind of had a macro change in the industry and by consumer behaviours. And the fact that as an organisation to scale, we probably recognise that we're a high cost model because we have a high service, we're a physical distribution bank. So if we couple consumer behaviour pattern changes, the advent of new fintechs, and the fact that the overall kind of scalability of the bank would be optimised if we started to leverage digital capabilities, we started to look at how we could forge ahead and build some digital services to complement our physical banking model. I think there are a number of challenges. I think the first one is cultural. It's really hard to change the way that you do things. We were a bank that was somewhat set in our ways. We've been pretty successful in those ways. I think the second thing was actually getting the talent and the capability to actually embark upon a digital change and actually getting people that were sufficiently engaged and equipped to be able to challenge the culture of the bank. And then thirdly, making sure that we chose the right technology platform. We're probably in a relatively privileged position that we're not kind of encumbered by legacy technology. We're a relatively new bank, but what we needed to make sure was we had the right kind of technology and the right digital engagement layers with our customers, and actually finding the right partner to partner with was really key for us. We kind of followed a relatively traditional approach. We engaged Gartner, we looked at Magic Quadrant, we had probably half a dozen digital platforms or digital engagement providers. The reason that Backbase stood out for us was two things. One was their technology. It was relatively plug and play. I think the analogy we use is it was like digital Lego. We could pick and choose the components that we needed, and it really fostered a reuse culture, which obviously helps speed and cost of execution. And I think secondarily, culturally, they were very attuned to us. They were very clear on they could just be the technology provider. They also said that actually if you want us to come in and build out your overarching operation so that when we leave, you've got a retained capability. And it felt like they were with us for the journey rather than just trying to sell us an application or a set of software packages. We've had a relatively major digital transformation with Backbase. We've introduced a new internet banking platform, a new award-winning mobile app. We've now started to originate or open accounts online with the Backbase platform. And we've got an incredibly full agenda over the next 2 years, again, to leverage on the kind of Backbase and particularly the CXP components. So we want to be able to open all of our accounts digitally. We want to improve some of our servicing capability. And I think the success of the program over the last 24 months has really whet the appetite of our organisation. So we'll be doing a lot more with Backbase in the future. I feel that Backbase challenge our thinking to make sure that we're a better version of what we can be. And I feel that they invest heavily in innovation. They're not an organisation that rests on their laurels. And whilst we're trying to navel gaze on where we think the market's going to go and what our customers are going to want, you know, we've got Backbase sat there investing 30% of their global revenue in research and development. So I feel comfortable that those guys are really trying to forge ahead and consider what the future digital banking experiences could look like.